Should you follow what everyone else is doing? Do you pay attention to what's going on? Do you get scared when you have to do things on your own? Do you find yourself supporting a person or a cause without thinking? Do you question authority rarely or never? If you answer yes to these questions and nod your head, there's a good chance you have a herd mentality. It is now common to look at what other people are doing when making a choice. People often do what everyone else does just to fit in and avoid being laughed at and feeling like an outcast. Sometimes they don't know what to do, so they figure that if everyone else is doing it, it must be good. Why would they do it any other way? The thing is, just because everyone else is doing something doesn't mean it's the right thing for you. Sure, there are many things that we all agree to do because we know it's best for everyone, like following the rules of the road. No one would say anything different. But when it comes to many other things, we are blinded by the pressures around us, like when people tell us what is best for us, and what we should do, even if it isn't true. When making a choice, it's best to think about whether following what other people do is the best way or if it could lead you in the wrong direction. You can figure it out by following the steps in this video. Number 1. Stop and think. It's easy to do what everyone else does. It doesn't take a lot of thought. You just agree because you haven't looked at other options or try to find your own answers. But when it comes to making decisions, especially ones that can have a bigger effect on your health or well-being, you should stop and carefully think about the options. Number 2. Look at the information that's out there. We tend to follow the crowd when we aren't sure what to do, don't know enough to make a decision, or don't understand the other options. But taking the time to look for more objective facts, statistics, and evaluations, in addition to analyzing our own points of view, personal needs, morals, and values, can help us better judge the situation. And when you have to make a choice, you should keep these goals and different sources of information in mind. And if facts show that a certain choice is not good and is actually bad for you, then going along with the crowd is probably not the best thing to do. Number 3. Think about the exact situation. Some decisions and situations where decisions are made are more about the individual, while others are more about the group. In the same way, sometimes it's best to work with a group to reach our goals, and sometimes it's better to go it alone. Most of the time, we weigh what's best for us against what's best for others. So, it's important to always think about the situation at hand. If you have enough information to make a choice on your own and don't need group agreement, go ahead and make your choice. And if you're not sure about something or need help from others to get something done, it might be better to listen to what other people have to say. Number 4. Look for different points of view. Since looking at things from only one side often leads to biased and bad decisions, it's usually best to look at your choices and decisions from different points of view. And the same goes for hearing what other people have to say. Even though it might seem like everyone else is doing what you're thinking of doing, that's probably not the case. You'll find out if you keep an open mind and look for different points of view. Before following the advice or making the choices of a certain group of people, it might be a good idea to see what other people outside of that group are doing, especially if they're going in the opposite direction. Often, we can learn more from people who make decisions that are fundamentally different from our own or from our preferred group. This is especially true when it comes to learning about the bad effects of decisions that we may not be aware of. It's easy for emotions, not logic, to be the only thing that drives herd behavior. But this natural desire to fit in with the cool people might make it hard for us to make good choices. Instead of letting other people tell you what to think, feel, and do, be aware of how they are likely to affect your decisions. And before you make a choice, take some time to think about whether or not it is really your choice. At the end of the day, the popular choice isn't always the right one, and you have to have the courage to stand up for yourself and do what's right for you. For more videos like this, hit the subscribe button and remember to click on the notification bell. Thanks for coming to watch.